Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for Self-Care Sunday. Y'all know I had to come in and film some Self-Care Sunday because y'all were so sad that I could not film this last week. So I'm happy to be back. Unfortunately, I'm not really like 100%. Like, I'm still coughing a lot. I don't know. I feel like the doctor I had was just an idiot. And in a couple of weeks, I'll probably be sick again. Honestly. So, we just, just be like that. But today, we gonna use some expensive ass deep conditioner. I have the Deva Curl Melt into Moisture. This is their matcha butter conditioning mask. And y'all, I've had this for a hot minute. I mean, like, a hot minute. Like, this time last year, hot minute? Yeah. Truth be told, I tried to film with this, and I think the day I tried to film with it, everything was going great, and then a massive storm blew through, and it was so dark, like, the footage was just grainy, and it was just a mess. So I ended up having to scrap it, and I never tried to sit down and refilm with it, so I figured let's use it today, because I am almost out. I've actually gotten so much use out of this mask. It has become one of my favorites. It's been in my rotation for a while. This is the first one I purchased, and I'm just now finishing it off. Do I have a lot of deep conditioners? Yes. Do I also use this a lot? Absolutely. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about this deep conditioner, talk about ingredients, and then, we'll just chit-chat and see how this baby works. Is it for me? If your natural hair texture is prone to extreme dryness or your curls are parched from moisture zapping weather, this luxuriously creamy mask is just what the curl doctor ordered. And then what does it do? This nourishing treatment is like a magical elixir for dehydrated curls. The buttery texture won't weigh hair down, but it melts onto every strand, infusing hair with moisturizing matcha green tea butter, vitamin-packed sweet almond oil, and protective beetroot extract. The rich formula leaves all curl type shiny, silky, soft, and completely transformed. So good. And it just says to apply to hair after cleansing and let it sit for 3 minutes. Or if you need intense hydration, cover with a plastic cap for 15 to 20 minutes with or without heat. And it actually, I didn't even notice this. It says for maximum moisture, leave on overnight. Rinse thoroughly, use once a week or as needed. Me personally, I think I have used this overnight, not intentionally. I think I used this overnight one time when I was having a flare-up, and I didn't notice, like, it working any better, or, And then the ingredients, the first 5 are water, cereal alcohol, soybean oil, glycerin, and dihydroammonium chloride. There is coconut oil in this, so if you're not a fan of coconut oil, be aware of that. There's sunflower seed, there's the beetroot, matcha powder is in here, and the sweet almond oil. So they're not like in the first 5, but they are still very high up, if that makes sense. This actually has a relatively long ingredients list, but I do find that I really enjoy this mask. So let's just get into it. So how are y'all doing? It's been a week. I'm doing all right. I'm actually recovering from a hangover, which reminds me I need to grab my water. Me and my friend hung out last night because, like, truthfully, after I got off work yesterday, I had the type of customers that you just, like, genuinely want to punch in the face. So we did drinks, and he made, like, y'all, this drink that he made, I cannot. Like, I am never the one to get drunk. I usually sober up pretty quickly. Like, I'll be tipsy for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm just sitting there like, okay, what's next? Like, I am not the type to get drunk by any means. But this stuff that he made last night, y'all, I was in here swaying like a Who from Whoville on Christmas morning. Ellie was looking at me like, what is wrong with my human? So yeah, I am gonna be hydrating all day because that was way more than I expected it to be. But hey, sometimes it just be like that. Which I'm more of like a casual drinker. Like I said, I don't drink to get drunk. Like usually if anything I'm drinking wine. But for the most part I have a pretty high tolerance. But I mean, five different liquors and Everclear to top it off, I think that would lay anyone out on their ass. Like, so that's a level of lit that's not going to be happening often. Oh, and then to wash and prep my hair today, I ended up using my Main Choice shampoo, the minty guava and kiwi one from the Exotic Kool-Aid collection. I planned on using the Unicurl one again, but I forgot to put it in the shower. So I used what was in the shower, which was my Main Choice. And then I did add a little bit of, hold on, I have something in my eye. Y'all, I just, Ellie has so much hair and it gets literally everywhere. Like, I will have on clothes that don't have hair on them, and then I walk into the room and I just look at her and I get hair everywhere. What was I talking about? Oh, what I put in my hair. So after I shampooed, this mask is purely moisturizing. So I just took a little bit of my Eden Body Works Almond and Marshmallow Reparative Mask, and I just ran that through my curls and rinsed it right out. So, and then this is the texture. Really creamy. And this literally, like when it goes on the hair, it melts. Like, it is super duper impressive. This was something that when I got it, I didn't want to like it because this has like a $36 price tag. But just based on the amount of uses that I've gotten out of it for an 8-ounce container, like, I honestly can't complain. But yeah, I feel like this is like the one DevaCurl product that I see a lot of naturals like, yeah, this is dope. And it really is. I love this stuff. But yeah, I was so happy that you guys enjoyed the Unicurl video yesterday. I was honestly like so meticulous about that video, and some of y'all had messaged me and you were like, are you okay? Because you had seen that I hadn't like I for real was not posting. And part of it was that I was sick and I was just trying to rest my voice. The other part of it was that I had so much footage in that video, guys. Like, even up until yesterday, like, that video took me 3 days to edit. Even up until yesterday, that video was an hour long. And I was like, you know what? This is just gonna have to be a voiceover. Like, I know you guys like long videos, but... so... That's why I'm sure you could probably tell that I was talking initially, and it's because it was like a first impression type situation, but... It was just entirely too long. Like, I could not. So, we turned it into a voiceover. And, like, yeah, it was still, like, kind of a long video. But y'all know I'm going to try to give you as much information as I possibly can. Until I get, like, new editing software that'll allow me to just put information where I want to put it. And not have to say everything. I'm still trying stuff out with the computer that I have, because some editing software like stalls out the computer, like it's just too much on the computer. I'm still playing with stuff, and but I don't want to drop a coin on something and then it fucks up the computer. Like, that would really suck. So what's the point of like having software if you can't use a computer? So. But yeah, like this, my curls really enjoy this mask. It's definitely like a nice moisture boost. I usually like to use this mask as a treat. It's not something that I will bust out like all the time, you know, because it is pricey. But I do find that it doesn't take a lot for me to do, like, style my hair when I am, not style my hair, but actually, like, apply the deep conditioner and everything. So, like, I mean, you guys see how little I have left, and I have full confidence that that little bit is going to coat the entirety of my head. But yeah, I don't know why, but I just felt really, like, attached to that Unicurl review. I tangled my hair, crap. Just for some reason, I don't know, like, sometimes when I review certain brands, I just feel like a sense of pride, and just overall just massive excitement. That was one of those brands for me, so I was really hyped to do that video, and I was hyped to see that you guys were happy that I did the video. So, and it was great to, like, talk to the brand owner and just, you know, like, get excited about, like, new things. So, y'all see how easy this is? Like, but that's why I said, like, that mask from Unicurl is the closest I've ever found to, how this Deva curl applies. Which is great because even though I'm running out of Deva curl, I don't feel like I absolutely have to run back out and buy it because I have something that is somewhat comparable to it. So I think that, you know, makes me feel a little bit better because I'm not going to drop money on this one right away just because I did spend some money. Because y'all know I shot that Curl Origin sale. What did you guys get? I didn't get a ton of stuff. I basically, like, replenished. Because y'all know I didn't go in too hard when I shopped Curl Origin on Black Friday. I basically got enough for it to be, like, one system. So I only got the leave-in, the coiling custard, the double moisture overnight mask, and then I got 2 of that chocolate co-wash just because every time I go to get my favorite co-wash from She Sent It, they're out of stock. Because y'all hit them hard. Like, leave me one, please. Please. So at the time, I got 2 of those. So I didn't buy a ton of stuff from Curl Origin on Black Friday, so I was just replenishing. I actually have the box right here. I'll just show you what I got. Let me finish this section and I'll pull it over and show you guys what I got. But just a tip on this Deva Curl mask. One thing that I think is very important is that you really do need to work on clean hair, and if you do condition, I suggest using a silicone-free conditioner. Deva Curl doesn't, well, at least I find in my hair, and I think just in terms of, like, curly girl method situation, Deva Curl doesn't work very well if you have a lot of silicone in your hair. Like, the products just aren't going to penetrate. So that is something that I think a lot of people struggle with when it comes to Deva Curl because they don't work on top of silicones. Especially the stylers. If you are working on, like, hair that has a lot of buildup on it, you know, the stylers are really person specific anyway, but I find that, like, Deva Curl stylers in particular, if you have a lot of buildup on your hair, it ain't gonna work. So if you're walking around talking about it gives you a lot of flaking or residue, but you don't wash your hair, you know, you only use silicone-based products, or you're putting silicone-based products underneath that thing, it's not going to work on your hair. And, like, you kind of have to remember that, like, Deva Curl was created by the person that is the curly girl method. you know, even though she is not with the company anymore. But you do have to keep that in mind when you're using the products. And the number one, like the first thing that you're supposed to do before starting the curly girl method is clarify your hair. So if you don't clarify your hair, these products ain't gonna work. Like, it's just straight up. For me, I didn't, I typically don't feel the need to clarify when I use Deva Curl products, just because I don't use that much silicone in my routine. Like, I will use it, but when I do use it, I clarify it out. But I haven't used anything with silicone and, I don't know when. Like, I don't know the last time I used something that was like really silicone heavy. So that just tells you all you need to know. Every now and then I still will clarify though, just because I do use stuff that has like shea butter and stuff like that. Some of those oils can get really, really heavy on the hair too. Like, it's not just silicone that can cause buildup on your hair. Before I start on this side, I just want to show you guys what I got real quick. I showed my products on Instagram, but I do know a lot of you guys don't have Instagram. I don't know about y'all, but I hate it when like you follow somebody and they're like, you need to go over to this to see this. I'm just like, I'll just show it to you. Like, it's not that hard, you know? Like, I understand this is a job for a lot of people, but at the same time, I'd be like, it literally doesn't hurt that hard to just show people the thing. Like, and people aren't going to go look because, like, a lot of people just don't want to engage too much in social media. And I know for a lot of you guys, YouTube is the only social media you have. So I feel like I kind of look like an asshole being like, oh, well, if you want to see all of this, then go over to Instagram. Like, full well knowing that the majority of you guys don't use Instagram. Like, that's stupid, right? So I did get 2 of the Double Moisture Overnight Mask. I love these. These are amazing. Like, after I did my Curl Origin review, like, I could not put this down. Even with filming Self-Care Sunday, like when I wasn't doing Self-Care Sunday, I was using this, and I've already gone through my first one. So I had to repurchase that. I did also get another oil and gel coiling custard. Now that I have finessed this product, had to get another one. I'm down to my last use of my first one. And then Trini Girl Natural, she's always telling me about this conditioner, so I had to pick it up. It's the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner. And she said that it is one of her absolute favorites, so I had to grab it. Let me show y'all the texture. And like, I understand, because this texture is like, hey. I also got the Marula and Quinoa Uplifting Shampoo. This is new. And the Marula and Quinoa Damage Control Reparative Conditioner. They took this away and brought it back with cute packaging. And the Marula and Quinoa Restorative Leave-In Conditioner. So this is going to be we're going to do a video on these because I have not tried these and I'm really excited. And I've heard nothing but good things about that conditioner. So, and then a couple things I got from Sally's. I just picked up the Curly Chic moisturizer and the Your Curls Define Light Hold Styling Gel. I've heard good things about Curly Chic. They're really, really affordable. I had coupons to use at Sally's, like free product coupons. So I went ahead and picked those up. I'm really just trying to recover from this last week. There's been a lot going on, just with not feeling well and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to take care of myself. And now for the rest of the week, like, we will be back consistent. It was weird not posting consistent content. Like, I'm so attached to my channel now, and this is why I was very adamant about being more consistent post-surgery, because I feel like when you are really taking accountability for your channel, like, it changes your perspective. And so that's how I feel. Like, not being able to post just really changed my perspective on a lot of stuff. But y'all showed me so much love, and it just reminded me that, like, I just have a really dope community. And I'm so lucky. Like, so lucky, so blessed. Couldn't ask for better subbies. Y'all are the truth. And thank you guys for 900. We hit 900 so fast. Like, I feel like that happened so fast. Yeah, like, we're gonna be at 1,000 soon. And I'm kind of shook. So, I'm super duper excited. And I know y'all are. Like, y'all fight so hard for me to be seen. And it's amazing. Like, especially those of you who do have an Instagram, y'all stay tagging me with brands. Like, it's just amazing. I can't get over, like, the massive amounts of support that you guys show me. And the fact that you guys go out of your way to, you know, have people, like, see my content and acknowledge me as a content creator, regardless of where I am in content creation. Like, that's something that you can't buy. Like, you can buy all the followers in the world, and you wouldn't be able to replicate the amount of support that you guys show me. Y'all are real ones, like, just complete real ones. So y'all just make me want to, like, do better and be better. It's just great. And I did want to just let you guys know that Tuesday is going to be a very different video. It's not going to be a hair video, but I would really appreciate it if every single one of you watched it. I'm not the type of person to ask people to watch my stuff, but it's a really personal video, and I know that a lot of us have kind of connected because we've all kind of been through similar things, I feel like, and I really just wanted to do that video because I feel like it just speaks to where I am now. I feel like in a lot of ways that video is like setting a milestone for me and just being transparent and trying to continue to be what I want to see in this world. And I would just love it if you guys would watch and support that video because I get very transparent with you guys in that video, just about myself and where I am and where I want to go. It's something that I have been asked to do, and I didn't have the balls to do it. But now I do, and I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to post that video, and it probably won't, like, there's a good chance that it may not even get half the views that I usually get because obviously it's not a hair video. But, I don't care. Like, I think the people that need that video are going to get it and receive it. So, I'm excited. And y'all see how easy this went, right? Like, no muss, no fuss. And I still have a little bit left. So it'll just, I think I'm going to put it in this section because this section got a little dry. But yeah, like, there's not a lot to talk about when you're not feeling too hot. And nothing has really been going on. Like, y'all know that new My Organics collection launched, so now all of a sudden people have content. Like, that's one thing that kills me about, like, YouTube. And I think a lot of bigger content creators don't see this themselves, and I don't think they recognize it, but I think we all see it as people who just watch the content. But it's like, you telling me you didn't have any ideas until you could get paid. Like, like, YouTube has been dry as hell. Nobody has been posting anything worth watching. Like, the only person I've been watching One Smart Fro. Love her. I love her videos. And I feel like she actually talks about stuff. And she actually watches me, which is like a huge honor for me. And Sheree started posting again. So I've been watching Sheree. I love her. Quinn Ray finally posted a video, and I was so thankful because sometimes I feel like She is one of the only people that I drive with. I don't know. I feel like if I met her in real life, like, she would, like, we would be friends. Like, I just get that vibe from her. That's it. I've been watching Ebony with a V too. Yeah. But, like, out of all the content creators, like, that's, like, y'all can't find anything to post. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we just have such a wealth of everything. There's so much to explore. There's so much to try. And it's like a lot of you said yesterday, it's nice to see something that everybody, like, that isn't insanely mainstream. There are so many companies that we could be talking about, and a lot of people just don't because it's not going to come with a huge check. And for me, like, I'm just now getting to the point where, like, I'll be totally transparent with it. I'm getting offers. Like, I'm getting offers to do work. I'm getting offers to do posts, and work with brands. And a lot of them are smaller, which is exciting for me because I prefer to work with smaller brands. Like, you guys know, I like bringing you the smaller companies. And it's wild. Like, it's, in a sense, this is getting, like, starting to become a second job for me, which I'm fine with. I've made it a second job by how frequently I post anyway. And, you know, I do understand. Like, I understand that, you know, this is work. Like, you also want to get paid, but at the same time, I'm like, there's nothing else that you could do. Absolutely nothing else. So then now, like, for the next, like, 2 weeks, everyone's going to be posting, like, their sponsored content with Mielle Organics, because, you know, they're sending people PR, which is fine. Like, that's great. I'm happy that people are making money, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like, y'all have these walls of products. You have so much at your disposal, and you can't post anything until someone throws a bag at you. Like, I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel some type of way sometimes. Like, because sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know if I'm bored, y'all have to be bored out of your minds. Like, you have to be. Like, I can only imagine how bored a lot of you guys are that, like, really do watch YouTube. Like, I watch YouTube more than I watch TV. So if I'm bored, I know y'all are bored. And sometimes I'm just like, you know, there's so many content creators that have such fun personalities. And it's like, once they get to that, like, I feel like 100K is, like, the point where people really do start to switch up. And I hate to see that in people because I'm like, I've been watching you for so long and, like, I've been rooting for you. And then you hit that milestone and you switch up. And, you know, growth is good. Like, we should all be growing, but we shouldn't be acting different, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to get on a soapbox today because I'm going to start coughing and it's just going to be a hot mess. But yeah, so I'm going to go sit with this on my head for who knows how long because my friend is here. And then I'll come back and we'll just talk about, like, the final results, what I find that this mask does for my hair. All right, guys, so I am back and these are my final results using the Deva Curl Melt into Moisture. I forgot to unravel this, but y'all can see my hair is definitely hydrated. It feels so good. What I like about this is that it does start to kind of clump my curls, if that makes sense. Everything is popping. Now, I didn't get to sit underneath heat. I suggest sitting underneath heat with this mask. I think it works much better that way, and it really just makes your curls melt. It's gonna work without heat, but I love it with heat. So for me, like, this isn't even optimal results with the melt into moisture. Like, this is only, like, a touch of how far you can go with that deep conditioner. And I find that all the claims are true. It's super hydrating, super moisturizing. Great to use if your curls are just really thirsty. And I like to use this just as a treat to myself. You know, it's not something that I pull out every single wash day because it is pricey. But I do feel like for me, it's worth the money. Like I said, get a ton of uses out of this. You guys saw how little I had in the jar and it covered my entire head. So for me, like, I can't even count how many uses I got out of it. That's how much I've used it. So even though it is pricey, I do find that this deep conditioner, like for me, is worth the money. But yeah, so those are my curls. And upon rinsing it out, it still feels super duper similar to the Unicurl. So if you wanted to go one or the other, like I don't feel like you need to have both of these in your collection. You know, not at least not at the same time. Like obviously if you want to try them, but I feel like you don't really need them at the same time because they do give very similar results, and my hair does feel very similar to how it did when I rinsed this out. The only difference is that this one has a little bit more touchable moisture. This one is more of that like plumped up curl feel. Like you're not going to feel a bunch of like you're not going to really be able to feel the moisture in your fingers, but you can feel how moisturized your curls are by how plump they are. Like my curls are really plump right now. So that's the biggest thing I noticed between these two. Of course, this one is more oil rich than this one. So that's why the feeling is a little bit different with this than with this. But I still highly suggest both of them. I think they're both amazing conditioners. And I think both are definitely worth trying. It's honestly just going to be like a preference thing. Like which one you prefer. For me, because I have no self-control, I'll probably have both of them back in my collection at some point. But I'm definitely going to continue to use the Unicurl. And then eventually I'll go back and repurchase my Melt Into Moisture. And if you guys want to see me bring like more high-end deep conditioners on the channel, there are some more high-end brands that I want to continue to like dive into, like Amika, Briogeo, Madam CJ Walker just rebranded and just kind of redid everything because the products did not do well the first time around. So if you guys want to see more like high-end like stuff that you can get at Sephora, definitely let me know because I've kind of been looking at some things, and you guys know if you want to see it, I will try it. So thank you guys so much for joining me back for the Self-Care Sunday. It's great to be posting these again, even though it was only like a 1-week hiatus, but it felt like a year. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.